Last year, we crumbled at this stage of the Champions League. This year, I'm quietly confident we can go one step further. Today, we are here for the Champions League, and I'm hoping to make it beyond the first knockout round. We're taking on Salzburg, first and second leg today. I hope you're ready. Let's get right into this. How's it going, folks, and welcome back to Atalanta. Today is episode number 41. Today we have ended the transfer window. You might be wondering, Jack, after Zaniolo, did anything happen? No, not really. I mean, one little bit of news, I suppose. Shaka Omar left the club, just never really developed for us. And elsewhere, Morelli went out on loan for the year, playing for Sampdoria, getting some regular first-team football. As you can see, he is developing absolutely terribly, so it's a good loan spell for everyone that we've organised. Besides that, though, since the Super Cup, we have played a fair amount of football, a few little slip-ups here into more difficult games, but on the whole, it's not been too shabby. We kicked things off with a 3-1 win against Sassuolo, and then a win against Torino in the Italian Cup. We continued our goal-scoring run, beating Spal 5-1 and Genoa 4-0. Nice emphatic wins here, of course, one of them in the Cup, and doing our goal difference a load of good. However, we knew that Lazio and Milan to end January and start February was going to be rough, and well, to be fair, it kind of ended up being a little bit like that. As you can see, against Lazio, we drew 1-1. We came back from behind in this game. Richie got the only goal for us in a game where we did play a rotated 11. Keane didn't score, but he did get an assist. And in fact, this man, for all the goals he's not scored, and yeah, he probably is still as a flop as a transfer, he has actually been doing okay lately. I think he's slowly getting there. Maybe the red card that he got was the wake-up call he needed. After the draw against Lazio, full strength 11 played against Milan, and of course this was a Milan team that we played just last episode. In this one, Almada scored against them again. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. As you can see here, Brahim Diaz scored in the 86th minute. We had no time to reply, and in what was a tricky away game, we had to settle for a share of the spoils. In this game, I'll tell you what, Milan changed some stuff up, and they were on fire to end the game. By the end of it, we were really hanging on. So to be honest, a draw wasn't the worst result in the world, of course. Milan are one of the teams that were trailing behind us, and this draw here avoided them getting closer. After the Milan game, we took on Lazio in the Italian Cup quarter-final. We beat them 3-1. Always nice to beat Lazio. Always nice to beat them in the Cup. And well, what was extra nice was taking on Fiorentina and spanking them 7-0. They had a sending off in the 6th minute. That probably is a reason why they struggled in this game. But ultimately, Raspadori with 3, Sesko with 2, just assists and goals across the entire team. It was a good day at the office. And yeah, I mean, we won 7-0. So very good day at the office, I suppose. So with those results, here is how the league table looks. Napoli trail us by 1 point, but we do have a game in hand on them with 14 games left of the season. As for Milan, they have slowed down a little bit. You can see here, in fact, they lost very, very recently against Inter. So not a good result for them as they lost 2-0. And with that, they are now 6 points behind us with the same number of games played. You can see, just looking at our goal difference, 70 goals scored. That has basically been our big strength this year. Yeah, you know, Milan, you can only concede 18, but if you only score 41, you're going to draw games, and that's one thing that we've not really done so much of, except ironically, against Milan. So plan of attack for today is to do the 2 Champions League games. We have got some Serie A games and the first leg of the Italian Cup semi-final in between, but we're not going to worry about those too much. There was a bit of a temptation to do the first leg of the semi-final, but is against Milan again. I don't want to play Milan loads of times in back-to-back episodes. So rather than do that, we're going to have all eyes on Salzburg, and that is where we're heading today. Of course, Salzburg are Sesko's former club, and they are a team that we actually played in the group stage of this competition a couple of years ago. With the squad, it is a full-strength team, including Zaniolo, who continues to play out on the left. He is no longer got the red circle for left mid. It's now awkward for him, but it might be awkward. He's still getting a 7.64 rating. So I'll tell you what, when he's really good in this position, when he's natural at left mid, he's going to be bloody brilliant. He has looked just superb since he's joined us. 2 assists in 6 games, a 7.4 rating. I'm a big fan. Up top, we are going with Raspadori and Sesko. The goals between them have been, well, kind of crazy. I feel a bit bad for Luca, who's kind of had to be the third wheel on the date. But ultimately, with the current kind of squad, with the current situation, I feel like Luca's just not quite up to the same level as Raspadori and Sesko, and, well, as a super sub, he's still quite good. So looking at Salzburg's team, I'm looking for some familiar faces, and whilst there's a few players I recognise, like Okafor, It's not a scary team. It's not the kind of team you'd look at and go, that's a team that's in the Champions League knockouts. And with that in mind, with the quality that we have, I want to believe that we will be able to beat them here. And in fact, there may even be a kick-off highlight here. Why is the pitch so bright and green? Am I going crazy, or is the pitch really bright and green? Also, why is the ball orange again? Why does this keep happening in my Football Manager save game? Why does the ball just decide to be orange in matches? Answers on a postcard if you know. Anyway, Scalvini's won the ball, now with Mancini. Why do we need a snowy ball? There's no snow on the pitch. Is the Champions League got a deal with clubs that they have to play with an orange ball? I have no clue. I don't like this future where orange footballs are the norm. Football should be white. At least that helps with videos. I feel like it's always a little bit awkward to see, but I can just about follow it with the lighting that we've got. And well, Raspadori is going to get on the end of it, and he's going to score. 1 minute into this game for a goal to the good. Not bad. Ball threaded through here. Was it Zaniolo who played the ball through? No, it was Almada who played the ball through. Really, really nice play. Raspadori latches onto the end of it, finds the back of the net. And yeah, with that, we take the lead. Test. I mean, first shot of the game, first goal. That really is the dream start here. Ultimately, Salzburg, especially compared to PSG last year at this stage in the competition, they should be a more straightforward opponent. And, well, that's annoying, isn't it? Raspadori got a goal. Doesn't matter because, well, he's off the pitch now. He's injured. I mean, there's only one man to bring on here. Luca, I just talked in the kind of pre-match amble about how you're the third wheel. You're now the main man. You're coming on. Okay, Luca now on the pitch for us. Raspadori, hoping that injury is not going to be too serious. We've had a really, really good start to this game. I do back us to win this game in the first knockout round. It's not exactly PSG we're taking on today. Well, Mancini, our centre-back, is going on a wander. He gives it to Zaniolo, who lays it off to Sesko. The rebound fell to Almada. I mean, two of the players should have scored there. Neither of them did, though. Corner, Tonali. He has been very, very good at these over the years, and while he's put that straight on Sesko's forehead, unfortunately, headed straight at the keeper. Although maybe that is not the end of this highlight, because the keeper's lumped it forward, gifted us the ball, and we're on the attack again. Sesko, Zakhayan through the middle, dinks the keeper, finds the bottom corner. 2 goals up, half an hour played. Sesko with the assist against his former club. I can already imagine the booing of the fans as the goal is scored here. The Austrian outfit came into this game as the underdogs, and well, so far in this game, we've kind of lived up to the expectations I had. Zakhayan bringing it forward, dinks it over the keeper. That is not too shabby. I mean, if they get one back, maybe I have to start paying them a little bit of respect. But as this game is playing out right now, we've been very, very good. I'll tell you what, Okafor had a chance there, just wide the post. He was onside as well. That would have counted. And well, having seen an attack from them, we're now back in possession. Is normal service about to resume? Bastoni, £115 million for Bastoni. He needs to score a bicycle kick or something to justify that price. And well, he might even get a chance here, although we're going inside. Zakhayan, Almada, the long shot specialist, gives it to Benjamin Sesko. He scores to make it 3 against his former club. And the home fans, they don't look very happy in the corner. He's not hiding his celebrations, is he? The former Salzburg man. Nice build-up play here down the left-hand side. Very, very crowded in the middle, but able to pick out some intricate passes. The ball there by Almada was inch perfect. Sesko, first time finish, bottom corner. Very, very nice. Half-time in this one, 3-0 to the good. We have been by far and away the better team, taking the opportunities that came our way. If we get a goal or two more in the second half, maybe I will do Milan as the second game of today and not bother with the second leg. Would not doing the second leg of this game be disrespectful to Salzburg? Maybe slightly. They've got to earn some respect in the next 45 minutes, I think. Marco with possession, giving out to Mancini. We have been all over them, I feel like, in this game so far. Is the second half going to continue as the first half ended? Almada, Tonali, Zakhayan now with the ball. Lays it off to Luca, wide to Zaniolo. Can't play left mid, is in the left mid position, is playing very well there. He's put the ball on a plate, and I'll tell you what's happened. Sesko, he spilt the plate of food all over himself. That was a really good chance wasted. Okay, Musa's not having the best of games. I'm going to bring in Richie just to rotate things around. Elsewhere, I'm going to bring in Rafael Luiz in, I think, actually on the left-hand side for Zaniolo. Still very keen to give Luiz regular first-team football. He has been developing really well this year. And in a game like this where it feels like it's maybe job done, it just kind of makes sense, I think, to bring him in. Let him get some first-team exposure, especially in the knockout stages of the Champions League, whilst the game itself feels like it's probably over, at least for the first leg. from his perspective, this is a really good kind of opportunity to get some minutes to really aid his development. Anyway, Scalvini with the ball, gives it to Mancini, Zakharyan, Tonali. I love watching our team play the ball out. It's very nice when we play out from the back here. Zakharyan, Almada's ahead of him. He'll pick out Almada. Lucas, Sesko, can he finish it? He can't. He's hit the woodwork. I feel like one more goal and 4-0, and I'd consider it job done and do the Milan game as the second game today. If we can't get the breakthrough, at 3-0, there's still a little voice of doubt in the back of my head that maybe we won't be able to see this over the line and really complete the route. That said, we have got a chance here. Bastoni, little give and go. Luis puts it on a plate for Sesko. His effort's blocked. It's still with Richie. It falls to Almada. It is 4-0. It's taken a little while to come, although it has been coming. And I think that might be game over. Scalvini with the ball for us. I mean, they're not even trying to press anymore. They are just stood off us, allowing us to boss possession, it feels like. 4-0 to the good. They're yet to have a shot on target, which at home isn't exactly what you want to see. Oh, my word. What has Lorenzo Luca just done there to make it 5-0? He has chipped that on the volley. That is the most weird finish I've seen all year. Have you seen a goal scored like that? Answers on a postcard. This is mental. Blink and you'll miss it. Richie crosses it. Luca, on the volley, chips the keeper from 20 yards out. Makes it 5-0. Oh, I mean, that is filth. That is dirty. I mean, they're already dead. We've just killed them a second time over. It's 5-0. It's game over. This is done. There's no point in doing the second leg. We're going to come back for the Italian Cup semi-final against Milan. That was the final nail in the coffin by Luca. Ridiculous. Raspadori's injury, thankfully not too serious. 10 to 13 days. It's not exactly a small injury, but it could have been a hell of a lot worse. Sesko picked up man of the match, goal and an assist against his former club. And apparently Manchester United want Sesko. He's not for sale. Leave him alone. So originally I was going to come back for the Champions League kind of second leg of the game that we just played. We've just won 4-0. It's game over. With that in mind, Italian Cup semi-final stands out to me. Take it on Milan, a team who have been a bit of a thorn in our side, but at home in the first leg, we want to get off to the best possible start. That game is a few weeks away. I'll join you guys for that. Don't go anywhere. So game number 2 today is against AC Milan. It's in the Italian Cup, a competition that I do actually want to do well in. This is a competition which, let's be honest, previous years, we've won it, we've lost it, it's been good, it's been not so good over the years. Last year, we beat Milan in the final. The year before that, if we go to the final, we lost on penalties. The year before that, did we even make the final? Did we make the final the year before that? We did. We lost that one as well. So, yeah, traditionally we get to the final of this competition. Let's hope the traditions are maintained today. Now, of course, we did play 3 matches since we were last here. 3 wins, you can see here. Against Udinese, a 3-0 win. Against Torino, a 3-1 win. And most recently, a 2-0 win followed. Lots of rotation going on with our squad at the moment. We've constantly been resting players, rotating players. I think when you look at the overall appearances for the squad, you can kind of see there's not many players at this point that don't have double figures for appearances. We really have been making use of our squad, and well, it leaves us in a position where today, going into this game against Milan, we're relatively well rested. Of course, having just won 3 games in a row, we're in a much better position towards the top of the table. You can see Milan have drawn 1 of their 3 games since we were last here. Similar story with Napoli. So, top of the league in a good position. We're still competing in absolutely everything. If we win this game here and can set ourselves up for an easy second leg of the semi-final, I'm going to be dreaming of the quadruple. It's going to happen. I'm going to start to believe. So with this squad for the game against Milan, it's full strength. It's the big guns. We've dusted them off. We've got them out. Of course, the bench is stacked with talent as well. And I'm going to hope that much like the last game, we can score a few and keep a clean sheet. This first leg at home is rather important. Over the course of our time here in Italy, Milan really have been a pain in the arse. There's not been many games where they've been straightforward. I've still got PTSD about last season where we were winning 3-0 and we drew 3-3. Hoping the lightning won't strike twice. If we get 3 goals ahead in this game, I'm going to learn from my errors. And well, I thought for a second, we were going to get off to the dream start. Sesko headed it down. Mainan made a save. Tonali through the middle, lays off to Zakharyan, one-on-one, finds the bottom corner. That was a quick highlight from absolutely nowhere. Sandro Tonali, you beautiful, beautiful man, assist against his former club, tucked into the bottom corner by Zakharyan. Scalvini brought the ball out, laid it to Sesko. He laid it back to the roaming playmaker, Tonali. First time, perfectly weighted. Zakharyan with not an easy finish there. Finds the bottom corner, gives us an early lead. And, well, hopefully we can build off that. Although I know that Milan are a team that have tricks up their sleeve. And, well, they might have one here because they're in possession just 1 minute after we got the opening goal of the game. They're looking for the immediate response. Bolde on the far side looks to float it in. Mancini heads it away. Of course, AC Milan have a great defensive record in the league. Don't score a load of goals. And, well, with that in mind, the fact that we've got an early goal here can only be a good thing. But we do need to do some defending. And, oh, my word, defending we will just about do. Marco, not sure what he was doing in goal. But it's fine. The ball's away from danger. We're still ahead for now. There's another highlight. Milan are on the attack again. I'm not enjoying this. I'm not liking this. Can we get the ball back? Benacer. Cagney plays it through to Origi. He was all on his lonesome. He should have scored it. I don't know how he's missed the target there. He hits the post. It's bounced away to safety, although we might have more to deal with here. Bastoni heads it away now. Kind of defending more on the back foot than, well, I would normally like to see. Origi, another header on goal. Karnaseki saves it, holds on to it. Breathe a sigh of relief, everyone. Half an hour played here. Having got the early goal, I do feel like we've been on the back foot more than I'd like to admit in this game, but we've hung on, and well, with our team, we know half a chance can be finished. We have so much quality in that final third, and well, we're going to be hoping to get the ball forward to those players in the final third, because, well, for the last few highlights at least, we've been on the back foot. Zaniolo playing out at left mid, plays it to Raspadori, ding to Almada, he hits it, it's saved. Sesko takes a touch more than he needed to. I feel like he could have shot there. Who am I to question the two-time Ballon d'Or winner, though? And unfortunately for us, they've dealt with it. And now, even more unfortunately for us, Milan are back in this game. It is 1-1. Theo Hernandez volleying it into the bottom corner, an unconventional corner. You look at all the big meaty men at the back post. No one pays attention to the fullback on the near side. And well, maybe we should have done, because that was a very good finish. Kickoff highlight to respond, though, maybe. I mean, if they score two back-to-back, panic stations. Get to them, and we'll start to worry, especially if we give the ball away like that. Pellegrini, though, gives away the ball himself, and well, let's breathe a sigh of relief, everyone. Let's remain calm. Let's just take a moment to pause and think. It's been a very hectic first half. There's still plenty of football left to be played. Raspadori, not a good ball there to Almada. Milan collects it. Good to see us showing that attacking intent, but, well, the final pass there was lacking a little. Maybe a second attempt here, though, for Raspadori. Sesko heads it down. Sesko tries to get on the end of it. He does get on the end of it. Zakharyan has a goal and an assist to his name, and that was goal number 26 of the season. An absolutely incisive breakaway, really. Raspadori played it forward. Sesko nodded it down. Little give and go. Who was that there? Diego Leite. Not quick enough to keep up with Sesko, who gets on the end of it, smashes it into the top corner. Keeper had no chance. Only a few minutes until half-time here. And, well, to be honest, I'd quite like to get in at half-time too once the good. Collect my breath. Maybe calm down slightly. But, well, maybe we're not going to be afforded that because AC Milan in possession of the ball here. Sabitzer, the Austrian international, goes back to Diogo Leite, who, well, almost got caught out in possession. My nan is so far up the pitch here as the sweeper keeper. As well, Milan look to recycle possession and go with the ball down the far side here. Benacer gives it to Zaniolo. Raspadori, Sesko immediately on the last man, looking to get in behind. Milan playing such a high line here. There's a hell of a lot of space for us to attack into. They are pressing, they are working us, but at the moment we're holding onto the ball nicely and moving it around superbly. If we can finish with a goal at the end of this, it'd be insane. Zaniolo skips past his man, crosses it to Sesko, I think it was, who heads it just wide of the post. At the break here, maybe a little bit fortunate to be 2-1 up, but we've taken our chances. Milan have caused us, well, some panicking at the back. They've not maybe had as many shots on target as you might expect, given the amount of kind of highlights and chances they've had. You can see just 4 to our 8. But they have created stuff, and despite having significantly less of the ball than us, we need to show them a bit of respect in this second half. We can't afford to get too complacent being just one goal to the good. Well, one goal to the good could be all even if we're not careful here because they're in possession. Balde to Sabitzer, hits it from range against the crossbar. Origi gets the rebound. He smashes it into the top corner. And, well, on the one hand, I want to be annoyed that it's a rebound that's gone in. But the initial shot that hit the crossbar was tremendous. And to be fair to Divock Origi, The actual rebound attempt, I mean, the keeper got up very quickly. You know, you back the keeper to maybe react and stand tall there, but he's just smashed it into the top corner. Absolutely no chance. And with it, Milan have equalised. I'm going to make some subs here. Raspadori not having the best of games. Luke is going to come in for him. Elsewhere, Almada has not wowed me. And with that in mind, I am going to bring in Richie. Richie is a man who can get goals. He likes to create stuff. He's, a pretty good super sub, all things considering. He did attract a little bit of interest from Juventus in the kind of winter transfer window, but he had no interest in joining them, and they only bid 50 million. And, well, for an Italian international in his early 20s at centre mid, I wasn't going to let him go for that price. Also, I probably should focus a bit on the game here. Milan have just had half an attempt from range. It was blocked really nicely, and we dealt with the resulting attack. For 25 minutes, though, it's a very, very even game. I'm going to get shouty and demand more. Tonali, against his former club, whips it in, and I've hit the space bar in a panic because Benjamin Sesko has made it 3-2 here. It's been a while since we've scored a corner, I feel like. Sandro Tonali floating it in. And Sesko, who is just the eternal threat in the final third for us. He leaps higher than anyone else, except I think one of our own players who very nearly got the header themselves. We reinstate our lead in this game. We are 3-2 to the good. We've still got another 90 minutes of this tie at the very least. This is only the first leg of the semi-final. It's been absolutely bonkers. But I think maybe, just maybe, we're worth our lead. At least at the moment. If we could get another goal, it'd be massive. To be fair, goal for either team at this moment changes this tie rather massively. Bastoni plays it through to Sesko. One-on-one. You would have backed him to score it, but instead, he's kicked it straight at the keeper, and while it's dealt with well, we do still have a corner perhaps. We've scored one. Why not believe that we can score another? Tonali puts it in. No one there on the end of it, and Milan get it away to safety. And with a few minutes left, that is going to be all she wrote. A ding-dong battle. A battle where I think, I don't know, we ended the game, I think, a little bit stronger than they did, to be fair. After they scored, they fizzled out. We have ended the game in the lead. I think we deserved it on the balance of play, but a crazy, crazy match that, well, sets us up nicely for a pretty feisty second leg in Milan in a few weeks' time. I don't think we can quite say it's job done in the Italian Cup, but a good first leg win means that if we can win the second leg, which is a little way away now, actually, it's in April, I'll back us to do well. In terms of fixtures and what's happening next time, obviously, we've got the Salzburg Champions League game. That's done. We won the first leg 5-0 away. We're going to win the second leg at home. When I return, we're coming back for the Champions League quarter-finals. Be ready for it. Get it in your calendar. I'll see you guys next time for more. Thank you for watching as always. And until then, it is me, Jack, and I'll talk to you all in a bit. I'm out.